All right. I am here. Let me... Boom. I'm here! Steps Gaming. So, I've had some requests. People tell me they want me to make a video about the two-player NBA Jam, which is crazy if you ask me. I'm going to get into it. I actually am going to send a link to a couple people. Maybe I can get a couple people to watch. I don't know. This is a weird time. I don't expect many people to watch it like near midnight, but you know, it is what it is. I just thought it'd be better to do this live than to do this. But, you know. See, you can hear me talking there. It'd be better to do this live than to do this as edited content, because that would be very difficult to do, because that would take a lot of my time. I like editing videos, but that would take a lot of my time. You're so excited about the new NBA Jam. Let's go. Laugh a lot. It wouldn't be Arcade1Up if they didn't War 44. What do you say? Not just that, the old NBA Jam is now on sale for $1.99. Oh man. So a fellow YouTubers like, you need to do content on this. You need to do content on this. You need to make a two-player or a video for the two-player NBA Jam arcade machine. It's big news. I don't know if it helps the algorithm if I do a video and get 5 views on it. I don't know. But I was like, all right, fine. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about this. I pre-ordered 3 of them, so it's like getting one NBA Jam. So here's the thing, man. This is the 7th version of NBA Jam that they are releasing, okay? I'm going to bring up my screen because I have them all up right now, okay? Right? We got Shaq Edition, which is $5.99 at Apt Electronics, which is a big electronic retailer in the Chicago area. So I just wanted to show comparisons on price. So $5.99 gets you the 19-inch, the Shaq size, all of that, but the crappy TN monitor, right? I mean, that's what I hear. Then we got the new NBA Jam 2-player machine. And everybody's saying this looks like the Casino Cade. The only thing about it that I thought looked like the Casino Cade, and I don't know why it's not showing, I can't get past this ad, is that little bottom flap. Other than that, it looks like the regular Deluxe. I don't know. Maybe it splits at the top. I don't know. I don't know if I care, to be honest. We got the NBA Jam Partycade, the first Partycade, okay? We got the NBA Jam Shaq Edition Partycade. We have the NBA Jam 30th Anniversary Deluxe Arcade Machine 4-player edition, which is $4.99. So it's the same price as the 2-player version. Same exact price. You pay the same price, you get 2 less controllers. Don't ask me. We got the Partycade, or this is the Countercade. It's a 221. This must be the out-of-date one that's rare or something, because that ain't worth $221. But there it is, right? And then we got the original NBA Jam arcade machine. This is on, I had to find a used sell for it, but that's the original. This is the original. We got 7. I hope to make 3 more. This is like a living joke. How do we not make fun of this? Yeah, I don't know, man. I was like, when I was asked to do the video, I'm like, why do you want me to do a video on this? There's already like 6 other editions of this, and there's no difference. Like, they have the same 3 games. I think the Countercade and one of the Partycades don't have online play. Okay, whatever. But they're literally legit, like, there's very little change in these other than the fact the Shaq Edition had a bigger screen and it looks bigger. Other than that, like, I don't know what people are getting all excited about. I don't see how this is content. Like, I just don't get it. It's the same thing over and over again. You want this version? It's $4.99. Looks just like this one, but this one has 2 less controllers for the same price. Like, why do I care? Biggie D. Games Plus, good evening, everyone. Biggie D, now you get to know my opinion on this NBA Jam because you wanted to know. I honestly, I think this is a joke. I don't, like, when they announced this, I was like, what? Why? And then there's a million videos about it. I don't get it. I get that NBA Jam's popular. I get that people like NBA Jam. I don't have any problem like that. But do we really need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different versions of the same machine? I don't see what's new. This one has a riser. Okay. Then you go to this 2-player deluxe. There's no riser with 2 players. It's still a replica arcade. I guess this one does split right here in the middle. But what good does that do me? Could I put it on a dresser? Could I put that on a dresser? No. I don't think I can. If I was rich, I'd buy one. You'd buy one of them, but you wouldn't buy all 7. I know that, War. You would not buy all 7. This looks like the MVSX barcade on a stand. It's weird because honestly, you can't really split. I mean, I don't know. An Arcade1Up is not very quality materials. If you've ever built one, you probably would know. I don't see what good splitting this to a bar top would be. I don't know how that would work. And it looks like it splits at an awkward spot, and then the deck is at an angle. So I don't know. It's looking more and more like an iArcade, to be honest. But the iArcade is a much better quality machine. I don't get it, okay? And I get that I'm here telling people I don't get it, but like, I just don't get it. I don't understand why we would need another version of this. It's like you've released this game 7 times. 7 times you've been releasing this game. Why is this a big deal? I don't understand. Will they be selling the pedestals separately? I want to buy them for all my caps consistently. That was like when they sold the risers like separately, right? You went to Walmart and you bought the arcade and it didn't come with any riser, and then you had to buy the riser. They make more money on this version. Why? Because it has 2 less shoddy joysticks and buttons that they paid literally 15 cents for. I don't understand. They saved a couple cardboard pieces at the end of the control deck. Like, I don't I don't understand how they're making any difference in money that's anything significant that matters. I get that people wanted a two-player deck, but at this point, people probably modded it to that point. You know? I don't know. If it's stable and plays well, I can get behind this form factor being at Walmart for $2.99. Yeah, I could see that. $2.99 at Walmart. You don't have to worry. It's still a deluxe. You get your two-player control deck. But is that really what they're going to do? Did you say this is a real arcade cabinet? No. Well, hold on. Let me read your whole comment. This is at my local arcade. All of us play Marvel 2, complain about how much the cabinet rocks, and the owner says, what's the way you guys treat it? And this is a real arcade cabinet. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that real cabinet's got to be way better than the NBA Jam. This might be their best cab ever. I don't know, man. I didn't have one, but that Dragon Slayer looked like their best cab. Or I did like the looks of the Galaga Deluxe. I didn't play it. I didn't have my, you know. Sometimes things in person do look better in person when you see them. Like when I went to Chaotix house a week or two ago and I saw the At Games 4KP, I was like, damn, that looks nice. You know, it looked nice. It looked good in person. You know, I guess I just don't get it. And that's, you know, I was asked to do this video and so I'm doing it, but I don't know what else to say. I'm not impressed. I don't think it's changing anything. I don't think yeah, this is what it would need to do right here. $2.99 staple. If it did that, I might see some forward movement maybe on selling some of these things. Maybe the Arcade1Up would have some hope. This will look better in person after I smash it. Yeah, could you do that, man? Could you make a video where you take the Arcade1Up and drop it off the balcony? And I know you've done that with like the smaller ones, but like a full-size NBA Jam. I bet you could get one of those for $150 on not eBay, but Marketplace or something. I would love to see that. Or set one on fire to see if it actually will burn. That would be the best. Because I'm not sure that it could even start on fire with all the chemicals that are on it. I don't know. I know it's not real art. It's flaky. You know, it's basically just, it's not even like vinyl or a sticker or anything that's on that thing. If you get it wet, it's just going to peel right off. Pretty sure we beat up the cabinet as a real cabinet. So for an arcade, one up to believe it's the last as long as we can. That's not going to happen. Okay. Yes, please do. I think that would be great. Yeah, I'd love to, even if you title the video Burning My Arcade1Up Collection or something. That'd be crazy. That'd be good. $2.99 will be perfect as long as this is your first time owning an NBA Jam. Yeah, I wouldn't pay $2.99 for an NBA Jam. You can find them all day long on Marketplace for like $150. A little gasoline and everything burns. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. That one might be worth the copyright strike. Use that song in it. It'd be worth the copyright strike for sure. Oh, man. Yeah. Look at this. It's like games included. The same 3 games. Same 3 games. Oh, light up marquee. Like, okay. All right. I don't know why we're bragging about light up marquees. That should just be a standard normal thing. For sure. They still got these Killer Instinct Pros. Look, it's still available. You want it? It's $999 or $999. $177 a month. I sold my MK2 last cab. Owning anything that has an Arcade1Up logo on it's embarrassing. Some of their companies have small places, so they want a smaller version for them. Yeah. Fire, fire, fire. What? Yeah, they still have Killer Instinct Pro for sale. Still have it. I thought they only made 500, and they still got them. Still got them. Oh, my God. But, anyway. Yeah, that's what we got here. 7 NBA Jams. We'll go through them again, slow. NBA Jam Shaq Edition. This would be the most appealing edition, I think. But I would like the screen to be clearer. But honestly, if I was going to buy one, this is what I'd want. Is the Shaq Edition, I think. Because I'd want the bigger cabinet with the actual bigger screen, because once you get a 19-inch monitor, you don't want to go back to no 17-inch monitor. I mean, we're all getting older. We can't see. Why are they still making 17-inch monitors? I don't even know. It can't. I like the cost cannot be that significantly different that they can't offer. They and people said I feel like they're going backwards. I think it was saying right. Saying spirits, yeah. Feels like this is going backwards. It's been going backwards since the Shack Edition. They came out with the Shack Edition. They made forward progress. They made a bigger cabinet, a Deluxe XL or whatever you want to call it. 19-inch screen. The screen kind of sucked. They could have replaced the screen on that and made it, a little bit better, and that would have been an improvement. But after that, they said, we're not doing that. We're making whatever this is. This is the Deluxe, right? They made the Deluxe after that. When they went back to the 17-inch screen. Same games. Same games. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. And actually, this one has a split right here, too. Right in the middle. Yeah, so it does. And now they're to 2-player. Same thing, but 2-player. And they went back to the original marquee, but it looks weird with the deeper reds that are in that control deck. Whereas, like, the original NBA Jam, I don't know. I guess it did have the deeper reds, but for whatever reason, is it a lighter orange on the trim? I don't know. It looked better. It is lighter, isn't it? At least on that countercade. I don't know. Maybe it is lighter. I don't know. It looks weird. Something's wrong with it. What's wrong with it? What am I missing? Something's wrong. It has a TN. Yeah. I know, Biggie. Shaq screen looks good straight on. Yeah. I purchased my KI Pro 6 months in, and it was like number 155. Not sure how they moved that $9.99 price point. Wait, you bought it 6 months in, and it was the 155th version. So there's a total of 500 of them. That's nuts. The problem was, with that, and it made no sense to me. Just going back and looking at it, not that I care at this point, but they announced that cabinet at $9.99, and then the same day they're like, we're doing a deep discount on our original KI, and they made it like, what did they make it, like $300? And then everybody bought it for $300, and then nobody wanted the Pro. And then when the Pro finally came, then they started selling the rest of them out for $150. That's nuts. I can't look at the cabinet anymore. I don't blame you. If I have anything nice about it, at least it's better than the Casino-cade. I guess it is. But, like, is this really, like, the saving grace of Arcade1Up? Like, people are, like, making videos. They think, hey, Papa Brad. They think it's, like, the saving grace of this company. And I just don't see that. All I see is them continuing to milk what they have left before they close up shop. That's what it looks like to me. Buy Mr. Fortune Teller Machine Zohar. Okay, we're not going to... Yeah, I don't want to get into it with... If people are here and they play within community guidelines, they could be here. We're cool. I don't care who it is. If they do something wrong, then we'll block them. Okay? That's what we're doing. Hit the like button. I appreciate that, Papa Brad. I appreciate that. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? You guys got any other comments on this? I just wanted to make this live real quick. Because obviously I didn't feel like editing something on this. I just wanted to appeal to the people that were asking me to do a video on the 2-player Arcade1Up. Again, I guess if you want a 2-player Arcade1Up NBA Jam, go ahead and get it. But it's the same price as the 4-player. I don't see what the appeal is at all. Other than the fact that it saves you space. Which I make sense, but it had to be a cheaper price. $2.99 is right. $2.99 is the right price point. I think you're right. Even $3.99 at this point would be, okay, I get it. Now you're going to sell this one for $3.99. You're going to sell that one for $4.99. And we still got the Shack Jam at $5.99. But do we really need all these options? Really, there should probably be 2. The Slim Edition. Yeah, like, do you get more views on your video if I make a video, Biggie D? Like, why did you want me to share my thoughts on the NBA Jam? I just, honestly, I didn't think much of it, so I wasn't going to make a video, but I did. Now you know, I think it's a waste of my time. I don't understand why this is a thing. I'm sure somebody somewhere is excited. I really do. $3.99 would be fair, but they're trying to make more money. I guess. You get more bang for your buck with the 4-player light-up buttons. I mean, you do. It's the same price. Same price. And it's got the cooler marquee. It looks better with that marquee, the current design. The Tournament Edition marquee looks better in that machine. Like, if I bought this machine, I'd want to change the marquee to that other marquee. Not because I think one title's better than the other, but because I think that it just looks better. It just looks better. Hey, Papa Brad, towards your new Atari Evercade, I made videos on the NBA Jam 2-player Casino-cade. Fun. Thank you, Papa Brad. We're gonna play your favorite. This is appropriate today because this is on the Atari Evercade. So let's.
You wanna play Berserk? You're on. Hey, where you going? The video arcade! You can't play Berserk at home. Yeah, you can. Atari!
It's Berserk inside an electric maze, where robots shoot with electric rays.
Take that, turkey!
So look out, don't get trapped, or you might get zapped. Berserk is here from Atari.
Can you beat that?
And only for systems from Atari.
Have you played Atari today?
Diabetes, 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 diabetes.
Thank you, Papa Brad. Grandma needs to play Berserk. She sure did. She sure did. We were referencing that on the show earlier. Now you can play Berserk on the Evercade. You sure can. The Hyper Mega Pocket, or Hyper Mega Tech Super Pocket Atari Edition. What's the Shaq's Jam's depth? I have no idea. I never measured it. I don't. You know who does have one that really loves it is Ichabod Crane. He's got one. He absolutely loves it. But if that was, honestly, if I was getting NBA Jam, Shaq Jam's the one I'd want. I don't, like, I don't get it. Honestly, yeah, somebody said it best. It's a turd. That's my only comment. Yep. Wall turds, I believe the term Goofy Foot came up with. Perfect wording for them. I honestly think that this NBA Jam was done well enough the first time. Like, this one here, I get that it has a riser, but, like, and it has a shark fin marquee, whatever. But, like, is there really any reason to, if you bought the original one, to upgrade to any of these other 6 versions or whatever? There's not. It's the same 3 games. It plays the same. There's nothing. There's nothing there. I don't understand why you have to come up with a new version of a 30-year-old game every year. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't get it either. Thanks, Chase. I appreciate it. I like the NBA 30th one. I think they might have released 2 NBA Jams this year, right? The 2-player and the 4-player. I don't know. This just shows how lost Arcade1Up is from their fan base. I don't know. I don't know if it's for the fan base. Maybe it's just sell these in Walmart so that there's a new version or a cheaper version that they can get on Amazon or something like that. I get that. But why do the retailers need a different version every year? Otherwise, they don't carry it anymore. That's another thing. It's like, what? It's the same crap. You know, what's next? You know, are they going to come out with the Scottie Pippen edition? You know, I don't know. That'd be cool. Dennis Rodman edition. That would make a lot of sense. You could put like green hair on the side art. I have the answer. Okay. It was a little short for me. You enjoyed NBA Jam that you paid $215 for, sold it to a friend for $150, and that just took up too much room with the 4-player deck. I get that. That's why they offered the version with the 2-player deck now, and they probably should have done that a while ago. But like $4.99 is not the price point. It's just not. $3.99 to start, $2.99 on sale. That's where that needs to be. And they need to like slim down their offerings, I think. Maybe offer this one. Maybe offer, that one. I don't know. But you got 2. But the whole point is, honestly, like, why did we go backwards from here? I don't get. I don't get. And they're still all readily available. We're making more when there's still other ones of the older models in stock. That doesn't make any sense to me either, unless they already sold those and now they're trying to sell more of them, even though people haven't bought those original models, which is probably what's happening. They should make a 2-player XL version. Yeah, they should never have gone backwards. Once you make the XL version, you made the XL version. Why would you go backwards at that point? Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. No reason to rebuy Arcade1Up rehashes, but for somebody buying their first NBA Jam, this would be as good as any if it's smashed between 2 other caps. Yeah, it would, but like you could go and Facebook Marketplace and find an NBA Jam for $150. You could. And it plays the same probably. I wish that I get the 2-player deck for my Shaq Jam. You could probably get a custom one for sure. Galaga Guy 88, haven't seen one, but it would be good to see. Be nice for the extra room. Yeah, it is a step backwards or sideways movement. Steps is correct. Oh yeah, totally with you on the price point needing to be $2.99 to $3.99. Yep. I've never had more than 2 people play on it. I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, good to see Galaga Guy. Good to see Papa Brad, Goofy Foot, Thor KC, Biggie D, Ricardo, James and Games, Goofy Foot. I might have already said that. Games Plus, Saying Spirits, MK Kid, all of it. I'm cool with everybody. Glad you're all here. Oh man, I don't know. I do think that if this didn't have Shaq on the side and it just the rest of it was like it was, and it had a better screen, that would be what people want. That would be what people want. Why don't they offer that? What about KI? SPAC? I mean Shaq. I don't know. I look at this, it looks wrong. I don't know. If I go back to the original one, it doesn't look as bad. I don't know why. It just looks off. And I do think the Tournament Edition marquee looks better on that model. I don't know why. It just does to me cosmetically. I don't even know why I'm sitting here debating this long. I really don't. I think the Shaquille O'Neal is the only reason why NBA Jam is still out there. That's why I'm trying to say. Shaquille O'Neal though is pretty like popular, honestly. Like he gets his name on everything. Like what is he? Icy Hot, Papa John's Pizza, Epson printers, Buicks. I've seen him in so many ads. That dude has made more money being not playing basketball than he ever made playing basketball. That's for damn sure. Are we talking about roller coasters again? How many roller coasters I ride this week? In the last week, I could count and tell you. Let's see. So if we go back to Tuesday of last week, I would have rode Hagrid's motorbike. I would have rode Velocicoaster. I would have rode Hulk. I would have rode 5 others. 8. I rode 8 roller coasters in the last week. But if you go back for 2 weeks, you're gonna get a lot higher answer. It's just I spent like 4 days at Universal, and they only have like a handful of coasters. I did not get on Rip Ride Rocket because that roller coaster sucks. I've been on it before. I think we need to be talking less trash about this, because the most important thing I heard is they heard the request for 2-player slim downs. That's progress. Is it though? I don't know. Like, yeah, it is if they price it correctly, I guess. I don't know. Like, why is it the same price as the 4-player? You like Hawk? Hawk's a great ride. And they tore it down and rebuilt it like 5 years ago. And it surprised me. It was great. Loved it. Buy the new 2-player NBA Jam and ride the world's most dangerous roller coaster. I've already ridden the world's most dangerous roller coaster. That's a whole story for a whole nother stream, Galaga Guy. Didn't I tell you that story about the roller coaster that I rode? That was that somebody died on, like 4 people died on in Mexico, and they moved it to the United States, and then I got sent there for a media day, and I got to ride it. Yeah. And then while I waited in line to get a point of view video, the roller coaster rolled back down the lift hill smoking. And then I said, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Is it though? I heard Quarter K say it's better than nothing. Well, yeah, it's better than nothing because it gives him content. It gives it content. He could get a lot of content out of it. Like, I got the new NBA Jam. He could build the arcade. People watch him build it. He could review the arcade. That's another video. He could talk about the arcade. That's several videos. Like, it's content. Okay? I personally cannot be excited about it as some of these people. I just can't. And I'm just going to be honest at this point. I just cannot. I'll push to us every year because it's like, well, it's still selling. I can afford it, and why not? He was talking about the games we want in that shitty form factor. The correct answer is none. Look, man, I will say this. I think that the crowd that is in this community has outgrown Arcade1Up. Now, does that mean all consumers have? Not necessarily. People want to walk into a Best Buy or a Walmart and buy something stupid around Christmas time. That's just what it is. And these fit that niche, right? And so they go, oh my God, I got a Pac-Man. And they go home with the Pac-Man, and then they realize that it was a dumb purchase, and they don't buy another one. But it doesn't matter because next year another person comes in and buys a $500 Pac-Man or an NBA Jam or whatever. And that's probably why they keep making the same titles again and again and again. Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter 2. You know, whatever they get their hands on, that will sell. And they tried a couple other things because people said in the community, like, we want other games, and they didn't sell. So they're not going to make things other than this again and again and again. But my question is, why release it again and again and again? Unless, I mean, it could look the same. It doesn't. We don't need new versions. The game has been out for 30 years. There's no reason to ever have a new version. There's no reason to be all excited like, I wonder what the NBA Jam's going to have next year. Well, we already know it's going to have the same 3 games because they're not going to pay for the NBC license. Now, NBC just got the NBA back, but I don't think that deal starts for 2 years. So there's no real way for them to put NBA Showtime because the NBA is not on NBC right now. And then even if it was, then you'd have to have a deal with NBC. And that's going to be another cost, making the cabinet even more expensive or prohibiting Arcade1Up from making sales. So get over the NBA Showtime. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's better than nothing. I'm just joking, Thor Casey, but it's getting cheaper. The price stays high. The titles stay the same. Yeah, it's like, oh, we made a new version. This one's worth $700, even though we know on Marketplace you could buy it for $150. Why? Why? That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Let's see. It is a casino-cade form factor. They're killing me. The nostalgia that got them on the map. It's the same look as this other one. It just has the little flap at the bottom. So people are like, oh my God, it looks like a casino-cade. I don't know. It looks the damn same to me. Is the other one that thin at the top? Maybe it's not. I don't know. Oh. Weird. It is thinner. Actually, that's dumber. I don't like it. I guess it's okay, but I don't know. It has to be cheaper at this point. If they're reducing the cost of the materials, they have to drop the price. $4.99 is not a drop price. This thing over here, where is it? This one, right? $4.99, same price. Why would I pay for the same money for less materials? That I don't get. That I don't get. It's 6 inches thinner. Well, the shills would know, and they reported that. I'm sure it's correct because they probably got the information direct from Arcade1Up. They're selling products that both they and retailers have a higher profit margin on. This is pure business. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's no passion. Nobody over there likes arcades. That was apparent, you know. At least, even though some of the original staff over there, you know, kind of came off wrong, like at least they were passionate about arcades, you know. And deep down, like, even though they had to do business at times, you know, you get to know them. You knew they liked arcades. They're good people, that kind of thing. But like, right now, I don't think they like arcades. No, I don't. X-Men 97 is proof of that. X-Men 97 was never an arcade game. And I didn't get that collab. But people bought it. But everyone I saw buy it were the people that needed material to continue on their YouTube channel, I guess. So, I don't know. You know me, Steps. I'm his grandmother, Noah. Okay. I don't know, man. Why would anyone pay the same price for that? Yeah, I don't understand. I honestly, like, I think this one looks better. I don't like the 4-player deck, though. I do like this marquee in it better. It looks better with the coloring and the shape. But even though this is thinner, it is still the same. It is still the same shape. But I don't know. See, the Casino Cade had that top part that looked like the iArcade with the speakers. That's missing that, I guess. But I don't know. Has a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Bunch of people bought X-Men 97. It was a success. How do we know that? How do we know that? Because we saw a bunch of YouTubers buy it recently, or what? You know, I don't know. It's funny that they recently, like, a bunch of YouTubers either got them or bought them, and then like 2 days later, they announced it's coming back to console. That was interesting. Tournament edition is all you need. I think you're probably right. I do like Hang Time, though. Hang Time's fun. The announcer's not as good. Did you see all the leaks? No, I don't follow this stuff. I get all my news from Biggie D messaging me. Seriously. Like, that's where I get my information. Like, I don't know, you know? Actually, I did watch Console Kits video, because I Console Kits, I consider him a friend, so I watched his video. And yeah. Do you think they will make Smash TV? Maybe. I think that has a likelihood, because they have a good relationship with Raw Thrills and that guy. Why can't I think of his name right now? It's late. We need NBA Showtime. Again, NBA Showtime's not going to happen because they're not going to pay for the NBC license, and NBC music is all over that. They would have to change it and take out the NBC and all of that, and that's not going to happen. Even if when NBC gets NBA back in 2 years, if Arcade1Up's still around, I don't see them seeing the value in spending that when they could release these same 3 titles again and again and again. Apparently, people buy it enough that they can make more of them. I have a 1-minute video that shows all the leaks. I don't. Yeah, the leaks are probably what? Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man Deluxe at Costco. Like, I don't know. I heard that they were getting they were talking about off-road or something like that. I'm trying to make sense of all of Rick. I know you like to drink sometimes at night. Show Brad's video. Show Brad's video. Did he really do a leaks video? I thought Brad doesn't do Arcade1Up content. I don't know. I don't know. See, I got into these because I wanted to play Marvel Capcom, and I wanted to own Marvel Capcom, and I missed out on the console version. I couldn't play it on Xbox. I had it on my iPhone, and then my iPhone wouldn't let me re-download it, even though playing it on the iPhone kind of stunk. And so I got the Arcade1Up, and I came into this community and kind of fell into this, and that's how that started for me. And so if they ever announced it on console, I probably would have just bought that. Just being flat honest with you guys. And I am really excited it's coming to console. I really am. I didn't make a video because I was busy. You know, I've been going around, touring around the country and all that. And so I hadn't made a video about it. I'd like to talk about it more. I might do a stream Friday. Let's see. This is the link. Let me see if I could pull it from here. Am I supposed to pull it? Am I supposed to play Brad's video? Is this Brad's video? Oh my god. See, I don't like, I honestly, like, I don't hate Arcade1Up on the same level as some people. I just don't like seeing stupid stuff. And I think releasing that stuff again and again and again is stupid. So I'll tell you that. I think it's stupid. I mean, if it was like a couple years, I get it. But like, I think at this point we're getting 6 months in between NBA jams. What cab would I buy if they released it? I don't know. I don't know at this point. I would consider, I'd have a hard time with a third strike. If they made a third strike, I'd have a hard time saying no. But I'd want to say no, to be honest with you. I'd be tempted by it, but I don't think it would sell very well. I remember playing Third Strike in college at the student union, and I'm kind of partial to Third Strike that way. So 6-player X-Men was a leak. I don't think that's happening. No way. They're not making Paperboy. They would mess up that controls. Spy Hunter, maybe. I could see them making Spy Hunter before Paperboy. 720. I keep hearing about 720. Smash TV's the most likely so far. Yeah. Pong? Don't they have Pong already? They already made a Pong. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know they don't care. I know they don't care. For sure they don't care. They just want to make money. They're for profit business. But the problem is that people aren't passionate about what the product they're doing, right? So it is what it is. Would love Third Strike, yeah. Third Strike they should have done a while ago. They missed the boat on that, and now they missed the boat on Alpha. And I don't know what the license is on Evercade with Alpha. They might have had some exclusive in the deal. Who knows? I mean, I don't think Arcade1Up was looking to renegotiate their deals with Capcom because they kept releasing the same titles. There's so many other good arcade caps. See, this is why I really loved the iArcade, because like you had this one arcade and it was premium and you could just download more games. And I didn't even care what the games were on it half the time, because it was cool to like stream and play with your friends and things like that. And I honestly, maybe the Evercade is the best way to do that right now, but at the same point, there's no like, you don't have any leaderboards or any interactivity like that or anything online there. John D. Cab will be a Street Fighter. John D's not around. At least not for Arcade1Up. I would say it's highly likely he was involved with that deal with the MVC collection coming out, because it was really odd when they brought out the Punisher. It was like, nah, John had to be part of this deal. They had some pretty good titles in Arcade. They did, and a lot of people just didn't know which games were good versus bad. It was very easy to pick out the bad games, to be honest, and say, hey, look at all the crap games that are on here. But you also gotta his new company. I think from what I understand, and I don't know for sure, but I think from what I understand is that he basically helps license for other companies as like an independent licensor, like a third party. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or false. Some people say he's going to start his own company making arcades. I don't know why you'd want to get into the game making arcades. I don't see where the money is going to be there. I could see Evercade doing it because they have other baskets doing with the same titles. It's probably really easy for them to do it, and they're starting on a smaller scale with the countercades. I think that AtGame seems to still be focusing on their pinball, even though they're coming out with another arcade. But I don't know. Do I play my Big Blue? I do play my Big Blue. I played it a couple days ago. I played Rick over there, War 444 in Marvel. I played right after I streamed it on Fightcade. And most of the time in there is my Street Fighter PCB, and I'll play Street Fighter 2 on there. So yeah, I do play the Big Blue. It's the only one I have left. I do swap the PCB in it. I do love a Bobby Voo deck, and that is one of the reasons why I have not gotten rid of it. I love the Bobby Voo deck, and I like playing on that arcade, actually. I just did not feel that MVC2 was at the same level of what I already had with the other cabs I had, and that's kind of where it went downhill for me. I felt like they disrespected the franchise. Street Fighter 2 Pro. I already got one. I got a Bobby Voo deck. You know, I could put a bigger screen in it, but I don't, you know, whatever. I am Rick. Well, your screen says Ricardo War 444, so I'm reading what it says on the screen. I get that you're Rick. I've called you both Rick. Sometimes I call you War. I call you Rick. I'll call you Ricardo. I called you all those things. But your name there on screen says Ricardo, so... I could get down to some Punisher. Love that guy. Punisher's a good game. I'm glad it's on the collection. Don't get me wrong. It just is a weird fit, but it's there. I'll take it. As a person that went to Vegas and got to be in the Arcade1Up hotel suite, it was awesome, but there was not enough on release. Well, yeah, you got it on release and it didn't work. I don't know what else. We don't need to rehash that. It didn't work. You waste. They took a lot. To some people, that's a lot of money, and I think that a lot of people think it's not. And there's some people in the community where it's not a lot of money to them. It's like chump change, right? But there's a segment of the community where like that's a lot of money. You know, that's like a third of a paycheck or something. You know, so yeah. Punisher was Marvel's first collab with Capcom. Yeah. Hey, Chaotic. How are you, man? We're just talking about how the NBA Jam 2-player deck is... It should be cheaper. Let's just go with that. I don't see its innovation if it's the same price. It needs to 100% be cheaper, and I don't understand why we need 7 versions of NBA Jam. Because that's what they've released. 7 different versions of NBA Jam. You got to meet Justin Wong and John D. people. Yeah, I know you got to meet all those awesome people when you went to Vegas during the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 announcement. And I'm glad you went and had a great time, man. And yeah, we're good. $3.49 like the old days. It probably should. That might be the right thing because some people are saying $2.99, some people are $3.99. So maybe $2.99 is the price point for the 2-player NBA Jam. I think if they would have done that, I think maybe I wouldn't have been as like, Actually, I wasn't even like, I was like, that's dumb. And I was moving on with my life. I have other things to worry about. But I was asked to make a video. So... here you go. We're at the video. When I was working for Cinemark, that would have been 2.5 paychecks. Okay, I believe that. I believe that. Work at the movie theater. Arcade1Up should capitalize on the MVC2 Fighting Collection coming out and do an MVC2 XL with Punisher on it. How? Okay. How would that help them? It coming out at all? Because honestly, it coming out for like, I'm guessing it's going to be $40. Some people are saying $30. I think it'll be $40 with everything it has. It'll be $40. Like, why would you want to spend $600, $700 on an Arcade1Up that plays the games inadequate when for $40 you could get the game and it plays great? And all you need to get that arcade experience is an arcade stick. Now, granted, you're not sitting in front of an arcade, but I don't see how it's going to help them. I just don't. Just being flat honest. My opinion. You have a different opinion. It's okay. I don't know about that. I don't think it'll ever be right. Like when I last had it, the volume would go down randomly on the older games as well as the newer games. The new game had like 4 or 5 different, you had to like choose a region, and then you had to like call your friend on the phone and be like, dude, what region are you in? Oh, you're in the West Coast or the East Coast. And then you'd have to hope that you got connected, and it would get disconnected all the time. And then they took my money and laughed all their way to the bank and ripped me off. That's what they did. That's what they did. And you can't tell me that I'm wrong, because I know what they did. They lied and they hosed me. In one day more, Marvel vs. Capcom 2s will be played than the entire lifespan. Yeah, I agree. That when it comes out on console, it's gonna be packed. It is going to be packed. It's gonna stay packed. Like, you get a lot of these games come out, they're packed, and then after 6 months they die. I actually think this one will stay busy for years. I came back with 300, and that's not accounting to that, but that's, I don't know, man. It's still super broken. I believe that. What's good for all gamers? The Marvel Capcom 2 arcade, or the that's coming to console? Because it coming to console is a big deal, man. I honestly, like, that's all I ever wanted. I wanted it to come back to console, but I wanted it so bad I was willing to spend $500 on an Arcade1Up because I loved the game that much at the time. Yeah. Your cabinet only went down 3 times, and then after the patch, it stopped. Okay. Am I getting Switch or PS4? Or PC? So here's the deal. I got an Xbox, so I got screwed on that. But I guess the reason why it's not coming to PS5 or Xbox is because whoever's making this game is using an older standard. You know, I'd have to go pull the information. But Capcom is still making games for Xbox. But for this title, whoever's doing it just is making it in a way that just goes to Switch or PS4. So, I'm probably going to get it on PC. I'd like to get a physical copy on Switch or something, but I have a Switch Lite. I don't really like it, so then I'd have to buy a real Switch. So, I don't know. We'll see. Portability. I don't think it'd play well on the Switch, like on those Joy-Cons or even on the Lite. Like, I have to have like a 6-button layout at least. I really prefer an arcade stick on those games. I'd really have to have a Switch that docks to the TV to enjoy it. Yeah, I think it's going to be $39.99. When I came back from Vegas, going to Vegas is expensive. I spent a lot of money doing that experience. I do not regret it, but it did cost me a lot of money. Okay. Hey, dude, you have to go on vacation and have fun sometimes. Ettensoft. Oh, yeah, I think it'll be better on the regular Switch due to being able to easily do 2 players. You can also plug in like a F300 or whatever you have, fight stick. I mean, this one, obviously, I modded. But, there you go. You can tell I used it. You can tell if you look at the wearing of the text there. It's gotten some use. You could mod an Arcade1Up and put a PC in it and have it run MVC Fighting Collection. Yeah, but then I don't know the motivation for me. Like I like the one I have with the Bobby Voo deck there, and I like my iArcade. I my arcade collection I'm pretty happy, to be honest. I don't really plan on downsizing anymore, and I don't plan on getting any more. But honestly, like if I was gonna get one thing right now that's on the market, I'd want an At Games Legends Pinball 4K because Chaotic had one and I played it and I liked it. I liked it a lot. But I don't think that I could bring myself to spend the price they're charging for it. And then they have all these extra add-ons, and it just puts it out of the ballpark for me. That is me being honest. I'm just giving you flat out, complete honesty over here. What's the most amount of arcades you've owned? I think 8. 8. And it was in this room, and I couldn't walk. And I was miserable. And I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And, like, I actually was, like, buying arcades, like, for the sake of, like, content and stuff like that. And it just, honestly, like, I am a pretty good salesperson. I probably could have excelled, but I think ultimately, like, I chose not to. So why am I here now? Is I'm just here because I want to be here. I'm hanging out with some friends. We're talking. We talk about things we have in common. In this case, video games. And so at this point, I'm more about the games than I am arcade cabinets. And that's why I really like the Evercade. And I think the Evercade gives a lot of what the iArcade had. So that's why it kind of interests me. I do absolutely, I do love my Big Blue with the Bobby Voo deck, but who wouldn't? I mean, that deck is like amazing. Amazing. I really wish Arcade1Up would remove the sticks from their posterior and make a cab that actually has a third-party switch dock. Yeah, I don't. I think I'd rather have a company, a higher end company, do something like that. Like the company that made these cabinets for iArcade, if they could do something like that, that would be great. How many do I have now? 2. You can see them. You can see my Street Fighter, Big Blue, and you can see my iArcade, the WrestleMania edition. Those are the only 2 I have. That's it. That is it. We were thinking about trying for a Circus and a Stellar on the Evercade, but they didn't reply to us the last time we asked. At first you don't succeed, try again. Right? Try again. I wish At Games would lower the cost of the 4K pinball. Yeah, it's too expensive. I honestly, I don't even care if it's 4K. I would like all the features it has with an HD screen. I'd be fine. But I want all those same features. I want the feedback because I used it at Chaotic's house. It's got this crazy feedback and these crazy speakers, and it's just an amazing feel. If they're, I really don't care about it being 4K. I don't. Really don't. What do I need? Do I need to see the Trolls pinball game in 4K? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. But I do. Everything costs more. SSF, whatever. They were charging $1,300 for it when you pre-ordered it, and they gave you everything with it for that price. So how are they able to offer it at that price before and not now? Did cost really rise $700? And that's a fair question. How does it play? So here's how it plays. The Zachariah tables, the tables that are not made by Zen play great. For the most part. Play great. Phenomenal. Okay. The Zen tables, the only one I played that I did not have any sort of lag was Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone played good. The other games, I found myself dealing with lag and things that were frustrating. So there you go. Does it have flipper lag? Yes, it does. It's very noticeable, and on the Zen games only, but not Twilight Zone. So if Twilight Zone runs, I guess the other games could possibly run if they fix it. Let's hope. Let's hope. Are you getting Circus Interstellar on the GRS Viper SBC? You know, I would need. Oh, you're asking Ed and Soft if they are doing it. I'm with you. 4K is cool, but it's all mostly in the same. From Attack from Mars forward, the tables will run much better. Well, I played Attack from Mars. It was fun. It did not play as well as Twilight Zone. I will tell you that. Now, did it play better than Addams Family? I think it did. But there are still issues. Still issues. Yeah, they don't have a Twilight Zone skin. Nope. Yeah, I think you could get... your game is on itch.io, I think, right? And then you buy it there. And you can move it onto the iArcade as is, I believe. Twilight Zone was the best one, I agree. Yeah, it was good. I wanted to I wanted to really get into Addams Family, but it played like garbage. I was like, what is wrong with this? Yeah, the 4K is not important. What's important with the 4K or tables is that you can play the Zen tables and all the games you could play on it. But the 4K feature is not what's important. Now, the feedback, the speaker set, whatever they call that stuff, I don't know. I'm not obsessed with it. I don't know. There's a special like $300 or $400 kit you have to buy with it with like 7 speakers. It's got this awesome vibration. You could feel and hear the ball roll on the table. Like, that was really great. That should just come with it. They should just make the thing all in price. Don't sell it without it. There's no reason to buy it without it. Just make it all in price. Make a price they can make a profit. Make a price that makes sense. I don't know if they're going to be able to get into a wide market with the $2,000 price point. That's just a lot. Does it make the tables play well, or does it make them play worse? Like, how does it make the tables play well, whether it's in 4K or HD? He didn't cook anything for me. I was there very late. I showed up at like 10:30 at night, and I stayed till about 1. Yeah. And half that time I was on a stream. I was on a stream called Arcade Talk. They should sell you an HD pinball with a new board for 1K, no Zen skins. Yeah, they should do something. Like, honestly, like, I don't know if 4K is the big price hook, though, to be honest. Like, a 4K TV versus an HD TV is probably like $100 or $200 difference. Honestly, the price has got to be in the kit with all the speakers and all that other stuff, I guess. Or just the shipping costs and the weight. I don't know. But I don't need 4K. If you can cut $200 off without the 4K, it'd be like, all right, fine. You know. Sounds like an HD ALU with the new board is coming out in October at Sam's. That would make sense. If they can make that sucker under 1,000, might sell more. But I hear the best answer in the community is on Arcades Talk. What, the skin at Sam's? What's the skin going to be at Sam's? At Dinosaur Dynasty or something like that? Probably. You know, they do have a Dr. Seuss license, and that's interesting too, because I was watching after I went to Islands of Adventure, and I discovered, I think Islands of Adventure is my favorite theme park, and they have Dr. Seuss Land there, and I started doing research on Islands of Adventure, and all the work they had to do to talk to the lady, the widow of Dr. Seuss. And I'm sure she's probably gone now, so who knows who's in charge of the estate. But like, they were very picky about Universal and how they're treating the Dr. Seuss license and what they're doing with it. So Ed Games has to be doing something really special with Dr. Seuss in order for them to work with them, because I know that that his family values the legacy of Dr. Seuss a great deal. So, you know, if they got Dr. Seuss, that does say a lot. ALU is the multicade. Okay. I don't know what I said. It's late. You know, I don't know. I do know the Arcade Legends Ultimate is the multicade, and the ALP is the pinball. I get that 4K screens were there before manufacturers are right now, but somebody really needs to get the message at games that FPS refresh matters way more than super duper microscopic resolution. Oh, they know. Okay. All right. Yeah, awesome. It is about 1 in the morning. So, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about before I end the stream? Yeah, it is late. I came on just to talk briefly about NBA Jam. I thought there'd be no people. I could whip through it and end the stream. And people would watch it later. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it, Papa Brad. I'm sorry. People may not like what I had to say today, but whatever. You know, my opinion is just like, we need something else. Thank you. Appreciate that, Big ED. You should know better. Me? Doom. Okay. All right. I did. I talked about a lot in an hour, didn't I? So now what am I going to talk about on Friday if I have a show? I don't know. We'll come up with something. All right. Peace. Thank you all for watching. It's an honor and privilege. We're out.